Stakeholders in the tourism sector have called on government at all levels to ensure provision of basic infrastructure to further enhance its contributions to the national economy. They made the call at the 7th Annual National Tourism Transportation Summit and Expo at MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. The Executive Director, Center for Sustainable Mobility and Access Development, spoke on insecurity and transportation challenges.
Tourism is simply mobility, movement of people to places of interest beyond their place of residence. And that tells you tourism is 50 to 80% transportation. So when people cannot move, they don't have access, then tourism will die. Take accessibility of mobility out of the issue, there is no tourism. So that's why I said government should pay conscious effort, not just have a ministry of tourism or whatever, but you must have a ministry of tourism that you consciously, like the DG NTTS, with infrastructural provision.
Mr. Nkeruwe Monu, President, Federation of Tourism Associations of Nigeria, said collective effort is needed to fix infrastructure decay, especially bad roads.
Yeah, the problem we actually have is that Nigerian public sector does not realize that it's a developing country. And for us to have a proper tourism industry, government needs to annex tourism properly and give it the proper attention that it requires. We've been to elsewhere, you've been to the different countries, and you see what people are using to market their country. We have thousands of them in Nigeria. That's why I don't want to dictate to the insecurity question. I rather want to stay on the infrastructure issue. And if we develop our infrastructure, it will help us. So we actually need an agenda, a tourism agenda for Nigeria, that allows us, government make a lot of input to encourage what we have done. When we say private sector, it's not just that we are private, we are the investors. The hotels belong to us. So most of the things you are seeing today, the events, they are all private sector pushed. So for us, we believe that the government gives more attention. If tourism comes onto what we call status agenda, then it can be better.
Mr. Foloronshaw Koka, Director General NTDA, spoke on policies.
It will be a problem, but it's not insurmountable. Make the best of what you have. Use what you have to grow some revenue, to invest better in it. Rome wasn't built in a day. What we have now is not perfect, but it's good enough for us to at least achieve something. Then we can bring some intentionality to it. If you are building a road from Abuja to Kaduna, look at the route. Does it pass some tourist sites? Can you make access to that tourist site easier with that road? Be intentional about improving infrastructure.
Earlier, the national president, Institute for Tourism Professionals of Nigeria, gave more insights.
The whole thing started in 2017 during the National Council on Transportation meeting, when we actually presented a memo to the council seeking for collaboration between tourism and transportation. What we observed was that those in transport, they are operating in silos, those in even transport station, they are operating in silos, in rail, my own is railway, rail line, aviation, within the aviation industry, even those within the mass transportation, everybody seems to operate in silos. Whereas the life of the typical traveler can go through all the modes of transportation. That's why we now say, well, there needs to be a collaboration, a synergy between tourism and all those different transportation modes. And since then, we had the first edition in 2018, and then and every year now been having all editions as an annual event.
While declaring open the conference, Hannatu Musawa, Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, represented by her special assistant, pledged federal government's commitment to a thriving tourism sector.
While tourism and transportation are the twin engines that driving global economies, creating jobs, and fostering innovation, they are also the means for enriching arts and culture and promoting entertainment. As we focus on the synergy between these two pillars, we understand that seamless transportation networks also open doors to new tourism opportunities. Consequently, The new Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy will be resolute and committed to creating an enabling environment that enhances our vibrant arts, fosters the growth of the creative industry, preserves our cultural heritage, and promotes tourism. Privileged to declare this event open, and I wish everyone a fruitful deliberation for the next 2 days.